how does that affect people? I guess the inflation, people don't like inflation, that makes savings less worth it. And that's why you taught us to invest rather than just try and save money. I believe that's why Robert Kiyosaki frequently says that savers are losers. Isn't that right?
That is exactly what he says. Because if you have 100 units of currency in the bank or a million or a billion, I don't care how much it is worth. If we have 10% inflation, the rule of 72 states that every 7.2 years, it is going to be cut in half. If we have 7.2% inflation, every 10 years, it's going to be cut in half. We'll just use those numbers because they're the easiest. So right now, I think we're fairly close to 7.2%. That means you're 16, Devin. When you're 26, if you manage to put $100,000 in the bank today, when you were 26, you could buy $50,000 worth of goods with it. Even if it was worth $110,000 because of the minor interest you got, you could only buy half as many goods. And so they're encouraging you the inflation encourages you to spend. So what they want to do is they want to stop you from spending when you run out, and also encourage you to maybe leave more money in the bank. If they get the interest rate, what they're paying you for your savings, higher than inflation, people look at it and say, oh, well, I can leave money in the bank for a year and buy more. But as long as inflation is higher than the savings interest, they see they can buy less. I figured that out when I was like 12 or 13, sitting on my bicycle in my dad's office parking lot. And I said, well, it doesn't make any money. Why wouldn't I spend? See, this is the run up in the early 80s of high interest rates like this. I said, why wouldn't I spend all my money right now rather than save it? Because I can buy more. So I bought a new bike. I had all these fancy, cool things to put on my bike. I had a lot of aquariums back then. I spent so much money on fish. And that is where I wasted all my money, because I knew I could buy more accessories for my bike and more fish for my aquariums if I bought it today rather than waiting until next year, even with the interest from the bank.
It makes more sense to spend it today rather than tomorrow, although
When
I still would rather prefer to invest it than waste it.
I didn't understand when I was 12 years old, which you guys very clearly do, because that's one of the principles that we teach you. It's in our book, Family Success Triangle. It's in a lot of our newsletters. We're always telling you to buy more faster. But I don't mean buy things and stuff. I don't mean buy doodads. What do I mean to buy, Devin?
Hard assets, things that will go up in value with inflation. Some of these would be like real estate, gold, silver, maybe even Bitcoin.